This is Anthony Payton, pastor teacher of Come As You Are Community Church, and I want to thank you for being a part of the broadcast today, and I want to welcome you to the exchange. Today we have some very special guests with us, some young men that are doing some exciting things in our community, and I know that the future of this city is in good hands. After the brief conversations I've had with both of them, I've known one longer than I have known the other, but in the short time that I've known the other, I know we're going to be all right. Hey, welcome to the exchange. This is a triple A day. We got 3 A's in the house. Letting everybody know that the exchange is about to start. Prepare to tag others in and to share this program with your friends. We're going to get started here in a few moments. Well, we pray that you've had opportunity to let everybody know within your feed that the exchange is about to start. And as always, this is a public video, so you can share it at any given time throughout the course of this evening. Today, we have 2 young men that are doing some exciting things in our community. And I just want to thank God for them. As I said, this is a triple A day. Everyone in here, in this interview, that is, has a name that begins with an A. You can't make this up. So we're going to begin with my right. What's up, bro? How you doing? Introduce yourself to everybody.
My name is Adrian Curry. I am the founder and director of the Art Leadership Center, which is designed to systematically develop Renaissance scholars and artists with a global conscience that embodies the 5 wells of leadership: well-read, well-spoken, well-dressed, well-traveled, and well-balanced. We say, welcome to the house.
Amen, amen. I like that. Okay, and to my left.
Hi, my name is Ashton Morris. I am a local saxophonist, and I'm just glad to be here at the exchange.
Oh, glad to have you here. So brothers, tell me something about your story. Let's start with you, young man. Tell me, what's your journey?
Man, well, I am the son of Shanice Morris and Julian Hart. Both of them originated here in town and were born here in town. And man, where to start? I want to say,
How old are you?
Well, I'm 17 years old. My birthday was actually just passed, actually.
So you are young 17.
Young
as your grandmother
17.
said. You just a young 17. and you are part of what school now?
Northside High School.
And you all have won, is it 4 years in a row?
3 years in a row. Top jazz band in the state of Indiana.
Wow. What got you involved in the sax?
Man, well, I was really 6th grade. I was just looking for something to do. You know, I didn't have anything really to do in the school. You know, I knew everyone had something they were doing. Some students were art, others were in choir, others were in sports, and I was just like, I need something to do. I want to know I did something while I was young, you know?
Wow.
And so I decided, I was like, band seems really nice. You know, a friend of mine was like, hey, I'm in band, you should check it out. So I was like, okay, I guess I'll come check it out. I'll give it a chance. And before I knew it, I was swept into a world that I never wanted to leave.
Wow, wow. He walked in my office and he saw all the jazz musicians that I have on my wall, and he thought he had walked into a museum, I think. He was like, who's that? Who's that? I don't know who's that.
That's awesome.
You know, one of the things that is exciting about having you guys here and chopping it up is the fact that as African American young men, you know, we don't hear enough about the arts, you know, and you both are using that skill, that gift in a different way. Adrian, you know, your journey. I mean, I remember you when you were studying medicine. You went all the way to studying medicine, and you came back to the city, and you decided to pour into young people and develop leaders, Renaissance leaders.
100%.
Let me clarify that: Renaissance leaders that are committed to the fivefold. What?
The 5 wells of leadership.
Yeah.
Well read, well spoken, well dressed, well traveled, and well balanced.
Amen. You know, one of the things that I have as a part of my mission, if you what I call them road rules, and I said that I have 40 road rules that I have to go over, that I go over to remind myself of why I'm here. And one of them has to do with travel extensively. You know, because I've learned that you can learn from different cultures. And when it comes to us, and those of us that are dressed in black velvet, we don't get a chance to see the other world as much as we should.
Right.
And therefore we are limited by a Western idea of who we are. You know, and when you walk the streets of Jerusalem, and you see somebody look like you, and you go to Brazil, and you see where the ship landed, and they're still dressed up in African garb, you begin to understand that you're not an afterthought, that you were here in the beginning. You know, so I appreciate that. I appreciate that about what you're doing. Tell me about the journey into this desire to build leaders.
It's a great. You know what? The journey has been a very joyous journey. There's been downs, plenty of downs. Matter of fact, a lot of those downs were disguised as being a down.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, I got
right?
you. I like the way you said that.
But it was a silver lining,
Yeah.
and it kind of guided me and geared me towards what I'm doing today.
Wow.
Now, the cool thing is I didn't really drop the medicine. I decided to
Yeah.
bring about everything under one umbrella,
Yeah,
right?
I like it. I like it. Yeah.
Yeah, so in one of the things in terms of being well balanced that we teach at the Art Leadership Center are the different systems of the body, the sciences. So what led me to do this, quite frankly, I have known I was going to do this very thing that I'm doing today since I was 15.
Wow.
Yes. So
Wow.
this isn't happenstance. This isn't something derailed me per se. This is literally what I've been set off to do from the beginning, you know, and it started off, what can we do to help our people? And quite frankly, my interest was in, our people are dysfunctional. Where does dysfunctionality come from?
Okay.
And I realized, that comes from irrational thoughts.
Okay.
Right? And so that's what made me study the brain and the spine, the central nervous system. So I took up psychology. And that was speaking on the abstract form of the mind or the brain. But when I got into the actual fundamental unit of matter, which is the neuron, that is when I was truly intrigued, and I realized, this is how you build a body. You're going to take these individual parts, you're going to put them together in the proper order. And so I said, how do I reach the people? A lot of people are not going to study the presynaptic and postsynaptic membranes of a neurotransmitter, of an action potential, of a this or that, right? So how do I reach the people without using terminology that is in the neuroscience field? Because if someone spoke a language in, say, the physics field, I may be confused. I may not know what you're speaking about, or even the sociology field. So I realized that I have to translate this. And one of the things that I have discovered is that one of the binding forces which brings people together is light energy. Light energy is also sound energy, right? So light and sound energy, they have electromagnetic photons that pull things together.
Okay.
So I said, how do you bring something together? Well, you need the arts. You need to express something. It needs to resonate with them. You know, I can go over, I can do a whole lecture on anything, and I know that, there's the primacy and the recency effect. You're going to remember what I started with and what I finished with. But when I hit you with a piece, right, a performance, that vibration is going to carry more weight, and the message behind that vibration is going to resonate beyond you. You're going to tend to share that information. You're going to tend to want to get some more of that, right?
Tell me. That's very interesting, and I'm gonna ask you to chase this rabbit for me for a while and explain it, because you came at that situation with a more pragmatic approach. Okay, here's a problem. Here's a solution. This is how I'm going to solve it. A lot of times we focus in on just the problem. Our society, my age folks, we see the problem and we preach sermons about the problem. We write books about the problem, but we never get to a pragmatic approach to it, how to resolve the problem. You took a very artistic, pragmatic approach to the problem. But having said that, how this sound piece, you can't look back through the annals of history and not see sound as a part of every culture and how it played a role in every culture, all the way back to Africa, except the sound had a very prominent place, whether it was the blowing of the shofar in Israel history, that they signaled it was time to march, or in Africa, the beating of the drums. It wasn't just a normal beating of the drums.
Right.
Or even here in America, when it came to slavery, they didn't just sing songs. They sang, it was a beat that says down at the river side. Meet me, we finna run away.
Right.
And music, sound had a permanent place in our culture. So I like the way that you have reached in and incorporated that piece in, and your knowledge is where you are able to break it down and make it applicable, so that the young people can understand it and see the place that it plays in our life. Now, having said that, you all have a facility now, or where you all operate out of?
We're located at St. Henry right now. That is 3029 East Paulding Road. Although that will be changing here soon. So we're probably around January. We're looking for a new home. Due to COVID and some things at St. Henry, there's been some evolution. So and I'll be right there. But
so that's something we need to pray about?
100%. And I have. And I have, and the Most High has answered.
Amen.
So once again, that was another one of those bad things that was actually a silver lining. And I humbled myself and I said, well, what do you want me to do? Where should I go? I called my grandmother.
I happen to know her. That's a good call.
I called my grandmother. I said, I'm stressed out.
Not only do you have 3 A's in the house, but you have 3 A's who have a special connection with their grandmother. I have a special connection with my grandmother growing up. You have one with and your grandmother actually brought you here today. So this is no ordinary evening. You need to write this down. But you were going to say something else, Adrian.
Well, you want to know what? It was just resonating with me to say that in the beginning there was the Word.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
I had to say that because I'm like, yes, we're talking about the sounds of creation. And sound is critical, and just the unifying factor of the drum beat. So that's what we want to do. Develop a global percussion theater alongside an elite education system. A system that through service, science, law, and art, we systematically develop the Renaissance leader. Right? So when we speak of service, we're saying, okay, who are we? Where are we? Right? And how do we bridge gaps? How do we clean the environment of where we are? How do we clean our own environment, our internal environments, and how do we bridge gaps? How do we build ourselves up? How do we bridge gaps, right? So we're talking service. So if I go to Jerusalem, if I go to Brazil, if I go to Cusco, Peru, how do we connect with those people? Because we're all a part of the earthly body, if you will. That means there has to be a head, there has to be a tail, there has to be a heart, there has to be lungs. Everybody can't be the brain. Everybody can't be the chief, right? Right? But there are chiefs of the lung system, right? There are chiefs of the heart system. You got to think about the cells that cause the contraction of the heart itself. Those are special cells of that system, right? So you need chiefs in different locations.
Now, you know you just lost me, right?
Oh. Is that what happened?
It's good to be. What? So how old am I? You getting lost me? So I forgot how old I was. It's good to be 62. They're hanging around some genius right now. I got some cells waking up, man. Now, the thing that I applaud both of you about, and we talked about this, and that is, you're back here in the city. You came back. You actually never left, but you went to school and you're back. And you're saying you're going to go to school, but you plan on coming back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, I really feel like there are so many people that just decide they want to leave Fort Wayne, when there's so much potential, so much talent, so much art, so many things that could really blossom here in town if we give it the right water, the right nourishment, the right sunlight. And it's like, I really feel like if we like really did that, we could have not just a sprout, not just a beautiful flower, but a tree, something blossomed, you know, real roots, because there are roots in Fort Wayne, but it's our job to water them, to give them the nourishment that we need to really allow things to grow, not just in certain parts of the town, not just, you know, but everywhere, you know, because that's really what I'm working towards, you know, in life. And I mean, I feel like we should all work toward that, really, just like not just expanding downtown of Fort Wayne or the northern side, but expanding all of Fort Wayne, not just constructurally, but emotionally, mentally, culturally. I mean, there's so much in town that we could really just make blossom and show to all people, and we don't. And I feel like we definitely should. You know, he's definitely starting now. You know, he's starting, and he's spreading his knowledge to young people that really need it. And I mean, that's a blessing of its own right there. Like, that is amazing. And I feel like with that same type of effort from everyone, we could really have something there, you know? We already have something now, but like, we could really be going places, you know?
The old folks would say, you're an old soul. You've been here before. A young 17, you spoke more truth than I heard from people my age, and especially a lot of them downtown. And that is the mindset that it's going to take in order for young people of whatever color to come back to Fort Wayne and to stay in Fort Wayne, is the fact that we got to open the city up for everybody. This can no longer be Mayberry and certain things for a certain side of town, etc. And I applaud both of you for that commitment to be in this city. And I say this, you know, I know with that kind of commitment and dedication that the city is going to be all right. I look forward to see what you all do with it. Now, hey, you shared with me this whole idea behind music and the first type of ballads.
Oh, yeah.
You share with me this concept of ballads and what ballads meant for you. Share that with us.
I mean, like, man, when I was young, when I first started even, you know, I didn't really look into the idea of like what a ballad really meant, you know. Like when I was younger, you know, I would hear like, you know, little jazz here from my grandparents, you know, and they'd play a ballad and I'd go, oh, that's old folks music, you know, that stuff's boring, you know. But once I really got into it, I really just heard my first ballad, I really understood, you know, that like a ballad it's not just slow, but it's a way to express. You can show so many forms of expression through a ballad. You can show the good, the bad, the ugly, the anger, the joy you've had, the sadness you've shared, and you can show that to the world. Because I mean, like a ballad is just such a way to express. I mean, with faster music, you know, with a lot of music, you know, there's always, you know, so one-sided with a lot of music, you know. It's just look at this from one perspective, but with the ballad, it really shows that like we all share this inner expression that you can really see in a ballad, and it can be expressed in so many different ways and forms. There are happy ballads, there are sad ballads, there are ballads that make you wake up and think about your grandmother. There's just ballads that, I mean, I really feel like
They tell a story.
They really do. They tell a story. I mean, like, man. I mean, there have been so many ballads that I've listened to in my life. I mean, I'm 17, you know, but yeah.
Yeah, in my life. in my life.
In the few years that I've been on this earth.
Yeah, I like that better.
There are some ballads that I really resonate to, even at my young age. You know.
What's the ballad that you like the most? That's at the top of it.
That is such a tough one. I mean, there's so many. I mean, it really just depends on like how I'm feeling. You know. I mean, there's always a really good one. You know, like I really enjoy a chart. One of my first ballads, actually, the one that really got me to perceive ballads in a different light, was The Nearness of You. That's the nearness of you. It's just such a beautiful song.
That's Nat King Cole.
Nat King Cole, Ella Fitzgerald sung on it. If for y'all younger cats, you know, Nora Jones, she sung on that one. I mean, so many talented people have played over this chart, and it's just played or sung over it, and it's just such a beautiful way to think of it. I mean, it's a song saying how much someone being close to you and that someone taking the effort to be around you, whether it's romantic, friendship, mother to your child, child to your mother, that relationship, it just shows how much that means to that person. And I feel like that's just such a beautiful thing that people need to really bring light to nowadays, you know? Like, you know, that's such a great thing, like, you know.
I want you to hold that for a while, because I want you to come back. I want you to play one for us, a ballad. But Adrian, I want to talk to you about the young people you have with you tonight. You want to share anything about them specifically, the names or anything else?
Well, I'll tell you what. I can run through a few names. I have Desire Buchanan. I have Montana Land. I have Sabrina Dombrowski, Amanda Dombrowski, my angel Jordan Coulter. We have Elisha Brown, and I can't forget Kane Riley, of course. And I hope I didn't miss anyone. But and I have a couple new students who are here just to experience their first day actually at the Art Leadership Center. We have Miss Destiny Harris and Miss Imaya. I'm working on her last name. So she just started literally just about an hour ago.
Really?
Yes, and she's here. She's holding in rest position. She's doing a great job out there. So
you know, one of the things that I like about the team that you have, the young people that you're pouring into, they're a multicultural group.
Yes.
They're young people.
This is true.
You know, and knowing you, I know that was deliberate. You weren't just trying to do something for black kids. You were trying to do something for young people in general.
Right.
I thank God for that vision, man. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, I believe that there's order.
Yeah.
And you know, the different nations of people serve as different parts of this body. You know, if you look at the quote unquote African Americans, so you know, and so forth, you know, a lot of us are really fast. A lot of us have particular gifts. We may be prophets and priests and poets and philosophers, and you get a lot of that, right? And then you have different other cultures that. So what I said is, if I were to go to German Fest would not change for me. It would still be about the Germans, but the Germans would accept me open arms. I'd be at Three Rivers Festival Three Rivers having a good time, right? Downtown at Headwaters, I'm sorry. So my point is, they can learn about our culture just as much as we can learn about their culture. And it's important, and that's the only way to truly bridge gaps.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. That I live by this philosophy that I learned several years ago, many years ago. I can say that, many years ago. As long as I've been here, is all about relationship, and that is 10% of people change when they hear the truth. 10% of people may not change, but 80% of people change within the context of a relationship. And what you are offering is just that. You're offering that context of relationship mixed with the truth. And so you got a 90% chance of those young people changing and moving forward. And so I applaud you for that, man.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Hey, you want to play something for us?
I think I will.
What you want to introduce it to us? You want to tell us a little bit about the history of it?
I think I'm going to play The Nearness of You. I was telling you guys a little bit about that earlier.
Yeah. That's an old man song. That's a grown man song now. You know anything about that?
I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to give it a shot.
Okay. Okay.
You want me to stand or?
I want you to be comfortable.
I think I'm gonna stand.
Okay. Okay.
I'm a little rusty now, so.
Yeah, sure you are. Yeah, okay. Wow. Wow.
Beautiful, man.
Wow.
So
Beautiful.
much.
Excellent.
Awesome, man. Good gracious. You made me want to call my wife and start crying.
Oh, man.
That was awesome. And it goes back to what you said earlier. The sound.
Oh, yes.
The
Oh,
sound.
it soothed me.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Touch
me. Ash had we had the privilege of having Ash the sax guy at our second annual fundraiser fair.
Okay.
Yes, he donated his time and services.
Wow.
So I just want to give him a shout out really quick. He's
That's
awesome.
awesome.
He's
Awesome.
Yeah, that's
Now,
my
Ash,
stage name.
you're thinking about college here still in Indiana?
Yes, I am. Ball State University. It really has my attention at the moment. There's so many friends and musicians that I know there, or that have graduated from there that have just really blossomed so much, and I just feel like I want to get a piece of what they were doing and understand why they love that place so much. And I've gone there for jazz competitions, and just in the 7 hours I've been there for the competition, 7 hours.
Wow.
I fell in love with the place,
Wow.
and so I would love to, have 6 years there just to experience that and just really just enjoy that and really have the full Ball State experience, and then be able to come back here and share that knowledge with younger people even. I'm gonna say that's really my goal,
Let's see. Well, exchange at Ball State, you heard it on the exchange. He really wants to be there, so let's get it done. Bruh, you're gonna bless us, and your team gonna bless us today. Now, tell me, as much as you can, what is it specifically that we need to be praying for you? You because you're in transition, so you're still accepting members? You still accepting students?
100%.
Okay.
Well, you want to know what? Just pray for our health.
Yeah.
You know, that's the wealth.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
everything else I'm supposed to go through. You know, I need to go through in order to grow and develop. But we have our online platform.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Okay.
So even if we didn't have a brick and mortar, we're able to still do what we do best, which is educate and learn and take ourselves to the next level. Crystallize the mind, we say, right? Other than that, yes, just pray for me in general.
You want a brick and mortar building?
Oh, well, you want to know what? The vision is to have our own school, our own land, our own everything. So right now, we're just taking it step by step. So yes,
Okay.
yes, because quite frankly, to teach stepping online is very difficult.
Yeah.
Right? There's too much lag, and different people have different connections, etc.
Yeah,
and so on, right?
exactly.
But you know, we get into the peer-reviewed articles, we get into the academic part of it, and we can dive deep into that. So those children, when we speak of being well-read, we're not talking about. We're talking about historical books. We're talking about documents that go back to the 1500s, 1400s. You know, we're talking about old writings. We're studying the journals of Christopher Columbus, right? So everyone speaks, well, he didn't discover this. You know, everyone has their piece on Christopher Columbus, but have you actually read his journal? And what does he say he did, right? Because you'll be surprised that he doesn't think that he discovered it per se. That's not what they mean when they're using the term, but you know, that goes into the fact that we don't really speak English. You don't know what they're really saying when they say discovered it, right? But you begin to understand that. But what I want to say though is, because I didn't want to lose you, I wanted you to understand that we start at service and who you are. And then we go to the science and break down what you are. What are the parts of you? And then we get into the law. How do you govern it, right? And then it's the art. And believe it or not, the art is more of a way to give back to the community, because we'll be doing the art the entire time. So what you could really pray for is we need drums, we need transportation, right? We need specifically drums though to add that to our percussion theater. That's going to make it official, right? And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be celebrating Kwanzaa. We're going to be hosting actually the 2021 Juneteenth celebration coming up, and we're going to have a promenade or a parade. And so that's what we prepare for. So the idea is to duplicate the Art Leadership Center in many locations all over the country, all over the world, so that at the same time, the same day, the same moment, everyone is singing and dancing to the same song.
Love it. Love it. That crescendo.
Oh yes, sir. Oh, the crescendo. Oh yes, I love your choice of words. Yeah, 100%.
That's what happens when you get 3 A's in the house.
Yeah. In 3 generations.
Exactly.
You know, there's a lot going on here. This is
so you're gonna get your team together.
Yes,
They're gonna give us service, and I'm gonna, while you're doing that, I'm gonna chop it up with my brother here and give you a chance to get everybody lined up, and we're gonna come back.
Let's do it. Ash, you're awesome. I'll see you in a moment.
Okay.
Thank you.
So tell us, I mean, you, what is the history behind that piece that you just did?
Well, Nat King Cole was my first time ever hearing that chart, that tune, and he really spoke to me. I mean, I really love his voice. His voice is so soothing to me, and so I said, well, I know if it touched me the way that, the way that it touched me, it had to have touched others, and others must have played this song or sung this song. So I started exploring. I started digging deep. I wanted to see the real roots of this song, see why this song became this song, Really wanted to understand
the meaning behind the lyrics, the genesis of it.
Yes.
So what did you discover?
I mean, I really discovered that, not just is it a song, speaking of just like the nearness of you, but like, no pun intended.
Yeah, I got you pretty sharp there, dog.
But it really just like, it goes over just the love you have for your fellow man. You're just the nearness of you. Like, for instance, you having me here just already has changed my life so much, and I'm thankful for it. And that song really just shows that. And it just shows like, the little things can really mean so much to someone else, and I feel like that is so truthful. A thumbs up a day really will change someone's whole life, And like someone being there for someone being a mother to a child, a father to that child, just anything like that. Just having a relationship with someone, romantic or otherwise, really just, it's really there. And, I really love that, And this song, it really speaks to me. I showed my little brothers this song. I have 2 younger brothers. And, as of now, they're young, so they're like, oh, this is just Ashton talking about jazz again. They're like, he's just talking about jazz again. But I truly hope that one day they can see the beauty of the song and relate the song back to their lives, because I have that relationship with my brothers where I will do anything for them and want to help them out the best they can in life. Whether it's me giving them a book to learn something, reading that book to them, getting food for them, I just anything I can with almost anyone. I want to help better people, better everyone else, and I want everyone else, as it says here, to exchange that knowledge with everyone else. I feel like that's just truly the beauty of not just music, but of life. There's so much that we could do for other people, and that people do for other people. And it's like that, that drop of water can really help the flower grow,
My mission, my personal mission statement, I believe, I crafted years ago. I exist to recognize, inspire, and promote the purposes of God in individual and collective life. Everything I do centers on that foundation, that I am here to recognize, inspire, and promote the purposes of God in individual and collective life. And when I hear your passion and hear your story, as I said to you in the office, when you come into your kingdom, remember me. Because you're going somewhere, young man. You're going somewhere, and I pray that the Lord allows me to hang around here long enough to see it. All right? How we doing? We ready for him?
I believe so, Pastor.
Okay.
Minute. Introductions. And you start it off. Whatever happens, it happens. Listen, I'm sorry. Don't look up until I say and up. Kenny Riley, make sure you're ready for it. You ready? All right.
Why you wanna fly, blackbird? You ain't ever gonna fly. No place big enough for holding all the tears you're gonna cry. Cause your mama's name was Lonely, and your daddy's name was Pain, and they call you Little Sorrow, cause you'll never love again. So why you wanna fly, blackbird? You ain't ever gonna fly. Stand your heart. Chopping down the forest, they break the animals from the wild. Fighting over land and isle. Me not see the trees and my fret. Me not see the animals I fret. Me not Me see the mountains are fret. Me look out, me see the sunset. Me see the world leaders are fret. Them a wonder how set the trend. Them a run, them can't pay them debt. I set it and everything done set.
Fuck it out. Fuck it out. Yes, Lion. Always look on the brighter side of life, you know. Come on.
Oh yeah. I'm feeling great now, how you feeling? Really fine too, I got some songs with many meanings. Read between the lines, nowadays prophecy revealing. When you really read the signs, you got to creep for your walk, you got to live for your life. Feeling great now, how you feeling? Really fine too, I got some songs with many meanings. Read between the lines, nowadays prophecy revealing. Really read the signs, creep for your walk. I put my scented on the map. Yeah, they'll a splash. Yeah, they'll a move. Blaze fire hot. Barrel full of crap. Oh, barrel full of crap. Them coulda stopped. Well, of them shell I go crack on the crown of the barrel and reach to the top. Well, of them shell I sell out to my land in a burn. My show never flop. Shell on the world and ready, shell it down again and then call him a back. Who could I sick for calm a walk? Share with the one I'm a branch and them 50-50 when they drop. Put me seat on the map. Yeah, they'll splash. Yeah, they'll a move. Paint on a shot. Rise up the sun from out of the gym. Play a song for Apple. Wake up my granny, my tell on her roof. She a good eater when the clock's up.
And hold. Here we go.
Can't ball in a life, man.
Hold.
Go on with it, but go on with it.
Yo, Izzy, are you kidding me?
To us, yeah. So we are coming in with a force, yeah. Blessings we are reap and we coursing on full. We no rise and boast. Yeah, we give thanks like we need it the most. We have to give thanks like we really supposed to be thankful. Blessings all for my life and we thank God for the journey, the earnings and thanks for the plus. Yeah. Gratitude is a must. Yeah, we see blessings fall by my right hand. But I toast with the friends that take off every load. One time did sit down in a class and we bored dead. But you get the road and we go on with the road. Third,
All right. Stars. Position one. Focus is what?
Essential!
Essential.
Focus is what?
Stars. Position one. Stars. Position one. Attention! I said super attention! Ooh. Blade one. 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold. Hold it now. Atoms come together to make what?
Molecules!
Molecules come together to make what?
Cells!
Cells come together to make what?
Tissues!
2, 6, 7, 8. Tissues come together to make what?
Organs!
Organs come together to make what?
Organ systems!
Organ systems make what?
Organisms!
3, 6, 7, 8. Organisms come together to make what?
Organization!
First organization you know is family, and families come together to make what?
Tribe!
And 4, 6, 7, 8. 6, 7, 8. 6, 7, 8. Attention! I said super attention! Tribes make nations. Nations come together to make
Empire!
empires come together to make
Kingdom!
kingdom of heaven that is on earth, and earth is a planet. Planets come together to make
Solar system!
solar systems make
Galaxy!
galaxies make
Universe!
and the universe is said to sit inside of one
Atom! Atom! Atom!
2 blade sequences. 5, 6, 7, 8. Come on. Nice. Position one quick. Starts quick. Position one. Pump 1, 6, 7, 8. Hold. Come on.
Alright.
Come on. There it is. Oh, come on. Come on. Oh, yeah, do it right, do it light, do it wrong, do it long. The thought is what?
Concrete!
The thought is what?
Concrete!
The manifestation of thought is what?
Action!
Pump 2, 6, 7, 8. Where the mind lies.
Is what multiplies!
The mind lies.
Is what multiplies!
Pump 3, 6, 7, 8. Position 1 quick. Breathe. 2 pump sequences. 5, 6, 7, 8. Nice, can you mug it out? Finish strong. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. 2 flare sequences. 5, 6, 7, 8.
I love
Come on.
my ALC!
Come on.
I love my ALC! Boom!
Nice. Position 1 quick. Breathe. Let us play. We're going to do a little test here. 2 blade sequences, 2 pump sequences, 2 flare sequences. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. Come on. Huh? Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. There.
I love
Come on.
my ALC!
Come on.
I love my ALC! Boom!
Nice. Position 1 quick. Breathe. Excellent job. Now, for our future presentation. Who is the Art Leadership Center? What are we set off to do? My angel, Jordan Coulter.
The Arts Leadership Center is designed to systematically develop Renaissance scholars and artists with a global conscience that embodies the 5 worlds of leadership.
Come on.
Well read,
All right.
well spoken,
Nice.
well dressed,
Okay.
well traveled,
And?
and well balanced.
Woo!
Welcome to the house! The Art Leadership Center is designed to systematically develop Renaissance scholars and artists with a global conscience that embodies the 5 worlds of leadership.
Come on.
Well read,
Okay.
well spoken,
All right.
well dressed,
Okay.
well traveled, and well balanced.
Come on.
Welcome to the house!
Come on.
Welcome to the house!
Eat.
Welcome to the house!
Excellent job. Stars. Position 1. Nice.
I have only just 1 minute, only 60 seconds in it. Forced upon me, can't refuse it, didn't seek it, didn't choose it, but it's up to me to use it.
Okay.
I must suffer if I lose it.
Okay.
Give account if I abuse
Oh.
it. Just a tiny little minute.
But eternity is in it!
Attention!
Boom!
I said super attention!
Ah,
My name is Desire Buchanan. I'm the daughter of Unique Fields and Charles Buchanan.
Nice.
I aspire to be a vocalist and therapist from Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Nice.
Welcome to the house!
My name is my angel Jordan Coulter.
Nice.
I'm the daughter of Katie Jordan Coulter and Jaquan McCracken. I aspire to be a doctor from Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Welcome to the house!
Come on. Okay.
My name is Sabrina Dombrowski. I am the daughter of Heather Dombrowski and Walt Dombrowski. I aspire to be a video game designer from Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Welcome to the house!
Talk to us.
My name is Matina Land. I am the daughter of James Land and Heather Dombrowski. I aspire to be a therapist from Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Welcome to the house!
Go.
My name is Ken Riley.
Come on.
I'm the son of Megan Chambers, and I aspire to be a police officer from Fort Wayne,
Welcome to the house!
Excellent.
My name is Elisha Brown. I'm the son of Mazzola Brown and Earl Brown, and I aspire to be a film director from Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Aye.
Welcome to the house. My name
Come on.
is Amanda Dombrowski.
Thunder.
I am the daughter of Heather Dombrowski and Walt Dombrowski.
Nice.
I aspire to become a nurse from Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Woo.
Welcome to the house.
Huh.
Welcome to the house.
Yes.
Welcome to the house.
Excellent job. Position one, quick. Stars. Position one. Stars. Position one.
Attention!
Oh!
Attention!
Oh!
I said super attention!
Oh!
Super attention!
Oh!
Position one, quick. Stars, quick. Position one, quick. Hold. Stars. Stars, whoop. Stars, whoop. Position one. Position one. Position one. Stars. Stars, whoop. Position one. Beautiful.
Hey ya!
LC!
Hey ya! Hey ya! Hey ya!
Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya!
Hey ya!
LC!
Blaze in, quickly, quickly, quickly. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 on you, Amanda.
LC on three! 1, 2, 3! LC!
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you so much. Position one, right here, give me line order quickly. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Yes, aim right there.
Can't ball in a life, man.
5, 6, 7, stop.
Go on with it, go on with it.
Yo, Izzy, are you kidding me?
To us, yeah. So we are coming here with a force, yeah. Blessings we are reap and we coursing on full. When I rise and boast, yeah, we give thanks like we need it the most. We have to give thanks like we really supposed to be thankful. Blessings all for my life and my thank God for the journey, the earnings are just for the plus. Yeah, and gratitude is a must. Yeah, we see blessings fall by my right hand. But I toast for the friends that take off every load. One time did sit down in a class and we both said, right down, forward and we one with the road.
Keep going.
Third form is a very try a thing. And you know it found out to be a fire thing. Now up on stage with chronic say I sing, yeah. See me all diggy soon get the higher ring like hello brother. Say I had to short you. Saw your poster, spectacular photo. Keep it burning, yes, that's the motto. If me the butter pass through your shot, we can't ball in a life, man. Me have to thank God for the journey, the earnings are just for the plus. Yeah, and gratitude is a must. Yeah, me see blessings fall.
Hey, I want them to come back up. Come on back up. Come
Awesome.
on
Kane
back
Riley,
up.
lead the way. About turn. Position one. And Kane Riley to meet. Quickly, quickly, quickly. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Oh, you know what? Come up here. Quickly, 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 quickly. Line up, starting here. Boom, face me, straight line. Horizontal. Excellent.
Hey, let me tell you something. If that did not did not set you on fire, then your wood is wet. That is an outstanding presentation. Thank you all very much. I am honored to have you all here with the exchange. Honored to have you here, Adrian. Honored to have you here, bruh. Outstanding saxophonist. Hey, this is showing you that no matter what people say, our young people in this city are doing some things. And we need to support them in whatever way we can to make sure they are able to continue to pour into the lives of young people like these game designers, these therapists, these teachers and physicians, etc., that are up here today can become a reality through your support. So phone Adrian at
260-206-8437. Check us out on the Art Leadership Center at Facebook and Instagram, and the artleadershipcenter.org. That is our new website.
and we're gonna be praying for Ball State. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
All right, all right. I'm Anthony Payton. As always, we like to say, I am Kayak, loving him by serving you.